Yo, what's good everybody? Welcome back to the channel where we're diving into the wild world of One Piece with some hot off the press deets on chapter 1150. This is video number 3, and let me tell ya, this chapter is straight up fire, an absolute banger with some crazy reveals about Imu's power and a devilish deal that's got the giants of Elbaf in a chokehold. Stick around to hear the full scoop, and before we jump in, smash that like button and hit subscribe to show your boy some love. Appreciate y'all. So, chapter 11, 50's got a dope title, Domi Rivers, which roughly translates to reverse chess piece. Yeah, it's a slick way of saying Elbaf's whole vibe has been flipped upside down ever since Imu rolled into town like a bad storm. The cover page keeps the Yamato saga rolling with part 34 of his journey. Your boy called it in the last video. Yamato's at the Flower Capital Temple to return that legendary sword, Enma, to the late Lord Yasui's resting place. If you're keeping score, Enma's one of Odin's 2 blades, and right now, it's chillin' with Zoro, who's probably polishing it like it's his baby. Now, let's get to the main event, chapter 11. 50's plot is nuts. Picking up from last chapter, Imu's out here body-snatching crash the Elbaf party. Dude unleashes a wave of Conqueror's Haki, so intense it's knocking out giants and kids left and right. The big dogs of the giant warrior pirates, Brogy and Dory, aren't having it and come swinging. But Imu's like, hold my beer, and pulls out a magic book to summon freaking knives and guns out of nowhere. Poor Dory catches a bullet in the arm. Talk about a rough day. Imu then lays down the law, telling Brogy and Dory that since Elbaf's got no king, they're gonna be the new big shots. But here's the kicker. Imu hits him with a new move called the Devil's Contract. Bam! Brogy and Dory turn into these jacked up, immortal demon giants with crazy power. The catch? They gotta shave a few years off their lives to keep Imu happy. Talk about a deal with the devil, am I right? The chapter wraps with Imu flexing like a supervillain, commanding an army of giant demons. Think nightmare monsters and some Elbaf locals who signed up for this shady contract. Their mission? Take out Yarus, the current top dog of Elbaf and one of the 4 emperors. If Yarus goes down, Brogy and Dory get to run the show. These demon giants are straight out of Thriller Bark vibes, looking like Or's long-lost cousins. Oh, and good news, One Piece ain't taking a break. Chapter 11, 51 drops next week, so we're keeping the hype train rolling. Last but not least, Blackbeard's master plan is finally coming into focus. Dude's been scheming in the shadows and it's about to get real spicy. That's the quick rundown on chapter 1150, folks. Hope y'all are as hyped as I am. Drop a like, hit that subscribe button, and let's keep the One Piece party going. Catch you in the next one. Arc? Yo, what's good, One Piece fam? Welcome back to the wildest dive into the pirate world, where we're about to unpack a spicy theory. Is Scoper Gaban, the OG left hand of Pirate King Goldie Roger, about to get yeeted into the afterlife in the Elbaf arc? The streets, and the seas, are buzzing with talk of a deadly curse haunting the left-hand title, and Gaban's got fans sweating. So let's break it down with some manga facts, Oda's sneaky clues, and a whole lot of swagger. Buckle up, because we're going full send on this one. Scoper Gaban, the mountain munchin legend. Scoper Gaban, aka the dude who eats mountains for breakfast, real talk, that's his nickname, is a straight-up beast in the Roger Pirates. This guy's on par with Roger and Rayleigh, which is like being the LeBron James of pirates. In chapter 1148, Gaban flexed hard by clowning Holy Knight Summers, a so-called immortal baddie. One swing of his axe, powered by some next-level conqueror's haki, and Summers' arm was toast. No redone, just pain. The Holy Knights were shook, like, who is this guy? But here's the tea. Oda loves hyping up legends like Gaban only to throw him into the danger zone. That insane power, it's a double-edged sword, especially when family drama gets tossed into the mix. Gaban's about to face some serious heat. Cologne, Gaban's kryptonite. Here's where it gets juicy. Gaban's got a kid, Cologne, with his wife Ripley. In chapter 1147, Cologne and 9 other giant kids get snatched by the Holy Knights, putting Elbaf on edge. Gaban, as a dad, is 100% gonna go full Taken Liam Neeson mode to save his boy. Remember Monkey D. Dragon's line? Kids are a parent's weak spot. Oda's dropping foreshadowing like it's hot. In chapter 1148, when Gaban wrecks Summers, the dude screaming Gaban's name so loud it echoes across Elbaf. If Colin hears it and blurts out, "Yo, that's my pops!" In a hype moment, the Holy Knights got themselves a trump card. They could use Colin to trap Gaban, forcing him to pull an Odin and sacrifice himself. Talk about a gut punch plot twist. The left-hand curse. Oda's got a grudge against lefties. Alright, let's talk about this shady pattern Oda's been cooking. The left-hand title in One Piece? It's like a one-way ticket to Tragic Town. Check the receipts. Shanks. Back when he was Roger's left hand, he lost his actual left arm saving Luffy. Dude's still kicking, but that's a big L for Kazuki Odin, Whitebeard's left hand, Division 2 commander, got boiled alive by Kaido and Orochi, leaving Wano with an epic but heartbreaking legacy. Portgas D. Ace took over as Whitebeard's left hand and got a lava fist through the chest courtesy of Akainu. R.I.P. our boy. This left-hand vibe is straight up cursed, like Oda's out here playing Grim Reaper. Gaban, rocking that left hand of the Pirate King title, is basically walking around with a neon Doom Me sign. Will he dodge the curse or get the ace treatment? Bet on drama, fam. Matoma fruit and the axe of doom. Oda's sneaky hints. Oda's the king of dropping cryptic clues, and Gaban might be caught in a web involving the Matoma fruit, Vanderdecken 9's devil fruit. This fruit lets Decken mark targets by touching them, with his left hand tagging secondary targets. Oh, and guess what? Decken's weapon is an axe, same as Gaban's signature chopper. Coincidence? Nah, this is Oda playing 4D chess. In chapters 613 and 618, Decken's axes were all about locking onto targets, almost like a metaphor for Gaban being marked for a tragic end. The left hand and axe combo feels like Oda's winking at us saying, "Y'all, Gaban's in trouble. Is this a straight-up death flag or just Oda trolling? You tell me." Prediction: Gaban's big exit? So what's the vibe? Gaban probably won't get taken out by the current Holy Knight trio. Summers, Gunko, Killingham, they're tough, but not that tough. Oda's likely saving him for a bigger boss, maybe a world government heavy hitter, or even a wild card like IMU. Picture this. Gaban goes full hero mode, sacrificing himself to save Colin, Loki, or Elbaf's history. He might even pass on his secret sauce, how to use Conqueror's hockey to shred the Holy Knight's immortality, to Luffy and Zoro. If Gaban goes down, it'll be a tearjerker, cementing One Piece's theme of sacrifice for family and dreams. It'd also vibe with Luis Arnaut's warning back in Little Garden. Don't stick around too long or someone's getting smoked. Elbaf's the perfect stage for Oda to cash in that prophecy. Underscore 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 5. Loki and the 14-year-old mystery. Gaban's got secrets. Gaban ain't just a muscle machine. He's got deep ties to Elbaf. He's been chillin' there for over 20 years, married Ripley, and popped out Colin. Plus, he knows the ins and outs of Aris Castle, and even led the Straw Hats to the key for Loki's chains. This dude's got history with the cursed prince, Loki, and maybe even the dirt on what went down 14 years ago when King Heron bit the dust. Final thoughts. Scoper Gaban, the axe-swinging, mountain-eating legend, is walking a tightrope in Elbaf. Between the left-hand curse, his kid Colin being a hostage, ties to Loki's drama, and Oda's sneaky Matoma hints, the odds of Gaban catching a tragic L are sky high. But if he goes out, it'll be in true One Piece style, heroic, epic, and leaving the Straw Hats one step closer to the One Piece treasure. What's your take? Is Gaban doomed, or will he flex his way out of this? Drop your thoughts in the comments and let's get this pirate party poppin'.